This is Leslie with Simply Vegan. Today we're going to be making some warm and wonderful garbanzos and dumplings. I want to give special thanks to Esther Zimmerman for this great recipe that I have enjoyed at her hand many times. Okay, let's begin. I'm going to be making a double recipe today because we're going to be serving this at a cooking class, but I will give you the measurements in the regular one recipe batch. All right, we're going to start making our broth. So I have 1 quart of water here, and I'm going to just put that on to start to warm. We're going to add 1 medium onion diced, 1 cup of diced carrots, or you could use packaged frozen vegetables if you like. I have 1 tablespoon of McKay's chicken style seasoning, 1/8 or 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I'll get that right in the recipe. We're just going to go ahead and let this come to a simmer. And while this is coming to a simmer, we are going to go ahead and make the dumplings. All right, let's get these dumplings made. Get yourself a bowl, and you're going to measure out 1 cup of all-purpose flour. I like to use unbleached white for this recipe. You could experiment if you wanted with using some whole wheat flour. Esther says they do not come out that well when you use the whole wheat flour for this. So because there's a large percentage of dumplings in this recipe, this is your 1 splurge with refined flour. But do get the unbleached. So I have 2 cups of white flour in there. I'm going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt and just stir that up just a little bit. And now we will add our wet ingredients. 2 tablespoons of oil and 3/8 of a cup of water. Just quickly stir that up. So we're going to quickly bring this into a ball. Okay, make sure your hands are clean. All right, if it's a little bit sticky, then go ahead and add just a little bit of flour. Don't press it too hard. We want this to be a really nice soft dough. I'll scrape along the bottom here. We're just trying to incorporate this so that it's not sticky. Now at this point, you could take this dough and just break off little pieces like this, roll them in your hand, and drop them, whatever size you like, into the simmering water. For my purposes, I'm always in a hurry, so I would rather do them rolled out onto a mat. If you can use a flexible cutting board, that works really well. We're just going to dust that cutting board and put our dumpling dough on here. Roll it out. If it's a little thicker, you can just cut them a little smaller. Just gonna roll it. If it starts to stick, go ahead and just dust it just a pinch. Like so. All right. I'm going to just brush off this excess flour here because I don't want this ending up in the pot. We'll clean the counter up later. That's easy enough. A pizza slicer, or you could use a knife, works wonderful to cut your dumplings. I'm just going to cut them like this. Dough is just a little bit sticky and it's sticking. I'm going to try coming this direction and see if that works a little better. There we go. You can slice them larger if you'd like. I like them a little bit on the smaller side so that you can get dumplings and garbanzos in your bite. This is a wonderful recipe to have on those chilly days, and also it's almost a meal in itself if you just add a nice big salad to the meal. A beautiful salad full of colors. That's what we're going to do at our class. See how fast and easy this is with the right tools. It makes all the difference in the world to have quality kitchen tools. Okay, we are ready to put these in the simmering broth. Okay, we have some simmering broth here with our veggies in it. I'm going to turn that down just a pinch. Looks great. Now I'm going to slide the dumplings off into the pot. And give this a little stir. There we go. And we're going to leave this to simmer now for about 45 minutes. Do bring it back to a simmer. Okay, we'll see you in 45 minutes. 45 minutes later, let's see what this looks like. Okay, I shut it off just a little before we opened up the lid here, but you can see the dumplings are in here. They've puffed up nicely. Now we will add the garbanzos. I've got about 4 or 5 cups per batch here. These are garbanzos that I cooked in my crock pot. I did add a little salt to them while they were cooking. I like to use the home cooked garbanzos because I think they're softer and they give a nicer texture. Our topic for our class is comfort foods, and I think warm and squishy has something to do with the comfort food feeling. So we're going to use the home garbanzos for that. If you add a frozen vegetable mix, then you would also maybe have some green color in there from green beans and some yellow from some corn. But I think it still looks very nice with just with the carrots as well. Now I'm going to put this into a casserole dish that has been sprayed with food release spray and cover it with parchment paper and foil, and then it will be ready just to bake in the oven. As it bakes, this will get a little bit thicker, and you have a few options. You could go ahead and put it in the casserole dish and bake it. You could dump it into a crock pot and then chill it. And the day that you want to eat it, just go ahead and let it run on high for maybe an hour and a half, and it would be just perfect. But this sauce gets a little bit creamier and thicker as it chills and then reheats. Bon appetit! Enjoy!